Pelini has done, as Danny Kanell is with us, to help make sense of this move there in Lincoln. And we're talking about expectations of a fan base and a program and what they perceive as a failure to deliver upon those expectations. But it's a head coach who will get you 9 wins a season.
Yeah.
Why is he now looking for a job?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, we live in an era where people want to win championships, and especially when you're at a program like Nebraska with a rich history. I mean, this was a team that was a dynasty in the 90s. I mean, I knew we had a lot of games against them in the Orange Bowl. When I was at Florida State, Nebraska was a powerhouse. Tommy Frazier going back-to-back. And the fan base expects to win championships. Now, I think we're in a different era of college football where it's not as easy anymore. The talent starts to spread throughout the country. You're starting to lose at other places where if you get a window, you can take advantage of it. Now, I think the problem with Nebraska is that they've had these opportunities, they've gotten to some title games, and they haven't had a conference championship since 1999. And I think you better be very careful if you're Nebraska, which they already made their decision. They're going to go in a new direction. Yeah. But, you know, it could be a lot worse than 9-win seasons every year.
Yes,
yeah.
I would totally agree with that. We heard Adam Rittenberg call him a somewhat divisive figure, talking about Bo Pelini. And he's someone who, after a loss to Iowa at this time of year last year, said, if they want to fire me, they can go ahead. He's not shy. He's not afraid of sharing his opinion. Where do you think Nebraska looks now in terms of that attitude in their next head coach?
You said it a lot more diplomatically than he said it. He was divisive when he said it. He was aggressive when he said it. He challenged the boosters and everybody else. Hey, go ahead and fire me. And he did not make it easy on himself. He's never been great with the media. Remember, there were the tapes that came to reveal that were, the hidden tapes where he's trashing his own fan base. All of those types of issues, I'm sure, played into this decision from Sean Eichhorst to make this change at this juncture. Scott Frost is going to be the name that comes up, the offensive coordinator at Oregon. He's playing, they're lighting it up at Oregon. He was a former player at Nebraska. But every fan base has this guy that's a perfect fit. You have to make sure it's going to happen before you make this move. I'd be surprised if there aren't a couple names that Eichhorst has on a list that he's going to reach out to, and maybe potentially even already something in place.
It's tough being a defensive-minded head coach and have a defense that fails to perform the way that Pelini has.
And here's the big issue. I mean, let's not forget, a few weeks ago against Wisconsin, Melvin Gordon ran all over this team. So not only is he the defensive coach, but the defense has been a disaster in some of the biggest stages, giving up record numbers.